Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut. Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut.
This is probably one of the most famous German tongue twisters, right?
One of the most famous and one of the most difficult ones. And I can tell you, even I twist my tongue all the time when I do it. But it's so much fun, you know. The hard ones are the funny ones.
Exactly. And the difficulty here is getting these combinations of consonants together with br and bl and going back and forth between all of this.
Absolutely. And I found when you practice those tongue twisters, it does not make sense to speak them through all the time. So what I found out, it makes sense that you take some of the clusters and you will repeat them all the time. For example, I took the Brautkleid. I took the TKL in this tk, 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 and I just did it very slowly and feel really every position of every consonant. And then you can make it a little bit faster. And then I put this together. Tkleid, tkleid. And then I will take another one, for example, the ending of bleibt and braut. I would take the BTBR. Of course, in singing, I would speak the rolled R's. So I would do bleibt brr, bleibt brr, bleibt brr, bleibt brr. And I would practice this all the time. And then I will put it together. Brautkleid, 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 Brautkleid. And then I put another part on it. Brautkleid bleibt, Brautkleid bleibt. And so you do this with all the words, and at the end you will become a master of this most difficult tongue twister.
You know, listening to you do that, I realized this cluster here of TKL, part of the problem is that it's T on the tip of your tongue, K in the back of the tongue, and then the German L is actually like the Italian L, right? So it's not the American O.
Yes. In German, we only have the front L. Kleid. So if you have trouble as an American to practice this, what I recommend is you take the English word for like. Then you have the front L. And when you look at the word Kleid, it's like light. It's nearly the same sound. And you can practice it by putting two likes in a row. Like, and then you have Brautkleid.
The other thing that I noticed going through this is that all of these diphthongs have the exact same primary vowel. The primary vowel of this entire Zungenbrecher is the bright A.
Brautkleid, yeah, that's very important. Often Americans speak the A too dark, so it's much, much more in front than in the American language. Brautkleid, Brautkleid. When I'm practicing the A with American singers, I like to use the I sound, in the German I sound, I, ja, ja. And with the help of the German I, you get the A much more in front and get it more bright. So it's Kleid.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, also like the English, like, Kleid.
Yeah, the only place we get a bright A in English is also in the diphthong like that. But in German, the diphthong goes to a closed E, the lowercase e, instead of going to the open I like it does in like in English.
Yeah, I think this is one reason why it's so challenging for American singers.
Yeah. The other diphthong goes to the closed U. So we're not saying braut. We're actually going to a closed sound.
Brautkleid. Yeah, braut. Yes. Yeah. It's also not too close. It's not an U. Braut.
So it doesn't go to the U, it goes to the O.
Braut. Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The other thing to remember is that these Ds at the ends of Brautkleid are actually unvoiced. They're not a D sound.
You have to speak the Kleid really like a T because it's the so-called Auslautverhärtung. At the end of words, the D is spoken like a T, the G like a K. Also make sure when you speak the und that there is a small separation in between. Yeah, I don't say it should be a strong glottal, but it's Kleid und. So we need to hear the separation. It's very important.
Exactly. And the Auslautverhärtung also works with the B in bleibt.
Oh, sure. Yeah, at the end of the bleibt. Exactly. Bleibt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we translate this?
Okay. Is this wedding dress stays wedding dress?
Yes, it is.
And Red cabbage stays red cabbage.
So obviously this is a sentence of great importance.
I can only agree. Yeah. I was wondering about this Blaukraut, how you translate it, because I have never eaten Blaukraut, honestly, in Germany. But I think what they mean is the red cabbage. It's the only thing I can imagine what.
Exactly, because nowadays we have Rotkohl, right?
And in my area, I'm from Saxony, we are saying Rotkraut.
Sometimes when you see a red cabbage, a Rotkohl, it looks very purple. So maybe that's why they're saying it's blue cabbage.
Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut. This is how I would sing it. And I would speak it, Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut.